popular host of the NFL Network. He's nominated for a Sports Emmy. Big shot, Rich Eisen, of course, the Rich Eisen Show that follows this show on Peacock. How did you celebrate when you learned that you were going to be up for the Studio Host Sports Emmy?
Yeah.
What was your reaction?
Well, I did. I went through the usual PTSD to see if Costas got nominated too.
See, it's not fair, Rich, because Costas isn't he's not in the category anymore.
Right, I know. So Ernie's still there. So I don't know. I just wanted to know if this meant I got on a plane to New York or not, just to sit in the back of the room. You know, it's funny. Those sports Emmys used to be when you won. Which year did you won? You won studio host. What was that? I forget what year it was, but I remember it was a party. It was a bash. It was at the old spot in Times Square where there were open bars in every single corner of the room. And it was a great social gathering for everybody to get together and see one another.
Yeah. I forget what year it was. 1997, I think.
I was there. And it was a blast. Your speech was great. And we were all hammered. I mean, to be honest with you, because it was a party, it was an absolute party for everyone to get together. And at any rate, it's an honor to be nominated.
There you go.
It took me a while to get around to that one, huh?
Okay, who do you thank first when you win?
Oh, my wife. I'll thank my wife first. And then my Lord and Savior, Steve Bornstein, who was smart enough to have hired me twice, got me started on my career with NFL Network and ESPN. And then, of course, everybody who helps make it possible. But I don't think I'll get to say those things, Dan. That said, it's just, everything that's gone on in the last year for everybody. It's been a remarkable year for a lot of people in our industry. Certainly last year when there was a pandemic, and what do we do, and what is our role, and what is our place in the world, and your show being nominated, and this show being on the air, period, is
Wait, are you working on your speech right now?
No, I'm just actually going. I'm just talking
like
what's from.
You're workshopping this a little bit.
All right, so
I'd
like to thank Dan Patrick because
then my wife,
then Susie. Yeah. Okay. So that's the way it'll work.
I think that would be great if you did that. If you win, can you promise that you'll thank me before you thank your wife?
I won't do that, but here's maybe maybe I should do this, because I thought maybe Tom Brady should do this when he's in here in Los Angeles at SoFi up the road from here next year when he's playing the Rams. Maybe what I should do is what I think he should do, which is take a tape measure out and measure the space on my Zoom to say, I just want to make sure for the next years that I've got, that I'm all set for doing this, I plan on winning here a lot. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like that's the sort of thing.
Okay.
What do you think? Should I do that?
Yeah. Go get him. Go get him. I've led you to slaughter before, so, don't trust me. Don't trust me.
No, that was one of the first things as a professional broadcaster I learned, Dan. Not to trust you. But,
but you were so earnest, and I led you to slaughter, and I felt bad. I felt bad after the fact that I embarrassed you in front of Susie Colbert.
We're really going there. Should I tell the story, Dan, now that you just walked me into it, or is that what you're saying? I mean, was it at a party and I was talking to her? I had just arrived at ESPN. And I said to her, "Where are you from?" And was it a backyard? Whose house? What was it? Her house? It was a going away party.
Lori Zalbowitz's house.
Wow, good memory. So I think that was the one person Kenny didn't mention in his LA Times article. So we're in the backyard. We're in the backyard, and I say to Susie Colbert, "Hey, where are you from?" And you're 20 yards away. And you're, "Oh, I'm from Ohio." And like the needle ripped off the record. And you're like, "Oh, you weren't talking to me, huh? Oh, no, go back to what you're doing." And it was that was the end of the conversation.
I know.
And so, we go way back, Dan.
Yeah, we do.
We do.
So Kenny Mayne kind of gets this farewell show. Did you get a farewell show at the mothership?
In a cardboard box. With all my belongings.
Oh, that's right. Did they escort you out of the building?
No, it was actually, I got a fax 3 days before the end of my contract saying it was over. And then I showed up the next day to see what was going on, and it was like, yeah, that's it. No one escorted me to the door, but I did not have a farewell, show.
Yeah, Kenny
But
he gets his own show on Monday night, I think.
the person who was in charge at the time when I got the gate, Dan, or when we decided to part ways, isn't there anymore. I've got a great relationship with everybody at the Worldwide Leader, as I think you do. But I told you this, Dan, like seeing you with KO on the set of Sports Center a couple years ago, was that? I think it was.
A year and a half ago.
It was great to see the two of you, because it was, classic all-time great television when the two of you did Sports Center together. And it was what made the place how the great spot that it was, and part with some other great combinations, that I was fortunate enough to arrive in 1996 and then get hooked up with Stewart. It was really tough for me to watch, though. I had to turn it off because I'll be honest, like I'm not going to get a chance to have that type of show with Stewart anymore. And it really hit me hard, because I do love the times that I was there. And so yeah, it didn't end well in 2003, but everything has gone on very well since then. And my relationship with the Worldwide Leader, with everybody there, is great.
Couple of topics here. Don't get too deep and sentimental. Right?
I'm sorry.
Right,
I'm sorry, Dan.
Let's go.
Okay.
You're better than that. Rich Eisen, NFL Network host.
God, I just spit take, Dan.
Yeah, I know.
My bad. Okay, sorry, Dan.
Rich Eisen Show on Peacock that follows this.
Yes.
What's bigger, the story about Aaron Rodgers or the Aaron Rodgers story? Like those covering Aaron Rodgers, or the actual story itself?
Oh God, the actual story itself. I mean, seriously, this is huge, Dan. And
but if he stays, though,
right,
then it's not a big story.
No, it's absolutely is, because it depends on the manner in which he stays. Does he get that long-term contract, numbers on the table that means Jordan Love isn't there anymore? And what does happen to Jordan Love, and what does happen with the Packers? Because boy, the pressure would absolutely be on to do what Brady did, which is go to multiple Super Bowls after dispatching with the Jimmy Garoppolo conundrum. So there would be tons of pressure on all of that. And, the best part about it is the NFL schedule makers pushed all in with their chips. They didn't do a darn thing to the first 4 weeks that they weren't planning on doing without, with Aaron Rodgers, expecting him to be there. There's 4 nationally televised games right up front. So we'll have a front row seat to the whole thing. And then I really think, as you were on the show the other day, June 1 is the day where we think this is all going to go down. This is going to actually either happen or not, because that's when the salary cap ramifications of being traded would be lessened. So I love the fact that what is going on, we still don't know what is going on. Is it Brian Gutekunst saying, I'm really, really sorry? Is it actually giving him the terms and dollars on the table? What does fix this? I'm fascinated by it.
And you have Aaron Rodgers going on Kenny Mayne's show on Monday, at least reportedly.
Is he?
Yeah.
Okay. But good. I mean, that's a big send off for Kenneth of Maine.
Now, those guys have a good relationship. Now, does Kenny ask questions leaving the building?
How does he not? I mean,
I don't know.
Aaron's sitting down. If he does do that, he's sitting down fully knowing that he's doing his friend a solid by giving him the scoop of the summer out the door, which is what a good friend does for another good friend as well. And, he might have an answer already ready, or a pat answer that would put Kenny in the position of having to follow up on a friend who's doing him a big favor, a huge solid to send him out the door like that. Yeah. But so I will be tuned in, that's for sure, because I really want to know whether he's going to downplay it or take the lid off the pot here.
One of the two leaving the building, Kenny is. The question is Aaron Rodgers leaving the building, the Packers?
I really don't think so. The best place for him to stay, the best place for him to win right now is where he's staying.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the Broncos, I don't think afford him the ability to win in 2021 like the Packers would. And you could even make the case 2022 as well, because they did sign Aaron Jones through the next 2 years contractually where they can actually afford it. They did put Aaron Jones on the credit card a little bit here, and they've done that with a couple of their signings, not their center, which might have really pissed Aaron Rodgers off as well. But I really think it makes sense for all parties to figure this thing out and let him actually surpass Favre and Starr in years served in Green Bay and see if he can actually match Favre and Starr in Super Bowl appearances.
The Urban Meyer portion of the Tim Tebow story is what's fascinating. Not necessarily Tebow, it's Urban Meyer and how this plays. Can he possibly cut Tim Tebow? Like, you don't bring him in. It's weird. I was always told, don't hire somebody that you can't fire. Can Urban Meyer hire Tim Tebow and fire Tim Tebow?
Oh, I think so, for sure. I mean, the whole point is that, he can fire Tim. He can basically say, we gave you a shot. It didn't work out. And look at the rest of the locker room and say, I told you the best 53 are going to be here. I mean, like that actually would benefit Urban in the same way that it would benefit him to actually give Tim Tebow a shot and show everyone that he is all about having a culture change in there and letting somebody be the standard bearer for that in the locker room. The world keeps spinning, and Tim Tebow, I can't wait to see if he can make the roster. The first preseason games for Jacksonville will be something I want to watch for Urban on the sideline and Trevor and under center and shotgun and Tim doing what he's doing. But in the meantime, if I'm not mistaken, shortly before he came on, Adam Schefter tweeted out the top 5 selling items on NFLshop.com are all Tim Tebow 85s. And that is...
I bought one yesterday.
You know, it's just, well, you want to get it before he wears 15.
Yeah.
Like it's just a collector's item.
Yeah.
Right now in more ways than one.
85.
So I think it's something that it's a win for everybody right now. The only person who it's hurting is the one person who could have tried out for the third tight end spot other than Tebow right now. That's the only one. And we don't know who that person obviously would be. So.
Hey, congratulations again. Nominated
Thanks,
for the
DP.
Sports Emmy.
Thanks, DP.
And
I didn't mean to get too deep. So in that regard, out the door, my guy, Mike Del Tufo, is not here, the so-called punk, according to, was that you or Seton called him a punk and wanting to throw down with us? I mean,
yeah.
Is that,
yeah.
Is there something that do we need to address something like Aaron Rodgers and the Packers or what? I mean, what do you think?
Who are you backing?
Well, I got to back am I doing a LaRussa or am I doing an Eisen right here? I'll do the LaRussa answer is like, look, I know Mike sometimes doesn't listen. I tell him to do one thing and then he does another thing. And I don't want him to show up the Dan Patrick show. So you please take a swing at him. That's one way to do it.
Okay.
Or the other way is basically like, you know what, we have a system here and we're going to keep it in house. And, if you throw behind my guy, I'm going to have to take up for him. And that's my default. Okay. I don't have the LaRussa in me.
Okay.
Dan,
look, I am going to back my guy Seton. So
okay.
If maybe we cross paths at the Super Bowl.
Okay. Right here in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I don't know if Seton wants any of that smoke.
Okay.
I just don't know if he wants any of that smoke.
Well,
do we do like a Jake Paul situation
Floyd
here where Floyd Mayweather, where I'd like steal the hat and it looks like something that we've done it? Is that we need to work on our hype basically right now.
All right. This could be on the undercard. It could be. Seton, you're fine. You want a piece of Rich's?
Yeah.
Rich's, one of his producers.
I will take all of said smoke.
Okay. It's okay.
All smoke referred to, I would accept that.
All right, Super Bowl Meat Friday.
Yeah,
that's what we will do. Let's set it up for Super Bowl Meat Friday for all the smoke. For all the smoke.
Your guy is the meat.
It could be that. Del Tufo is
there's not many producers I can say I've seen that guy with his pants off. Okay, and I've seen your producer with his pants off.
See, I knew we would drill down to the actual real nuts and bolts of the hype. So.
Whoa. Oh, okay.
Okay,
Nuts
yes.
and bolts. All right,
Hey,
I
now.
got to meet Friday. I got to go.
Thanks.
Thank
Dan.
you, buddy. That's Rich Eisen, NFL Network host, Rich Eisen Show on Peacock right after this one. We will see what's coming off the grill next here on The Dan Patrick Show.